Getting started with HeroWare. Step 5. Managing secure server on your Hero Defender. Every Hero Defender ships with secure server loaded on it by default. This secure server is the backup server which uses the secure client on the Defender to back up the VHDs that we're protecting in real time to the secure server. It also is the secure backup server for any clients on the network, whether they are desktops, laptops, Macs, or other servers that you want to protect locally for file and folder retrieval. The local Hero Defender secure server is loaded directly on your Hero Defender, and we'll go through that today. So we're going to go through accessing your secure server web interface on your Hero Defender. You can access your Hero Defender either directly or through the Hero RMM Live Connect. And this is where you will manage the devices that back up their data to the secure server. So on your Hero Defender, open your browser, your Internet Explorer, which is by default on your Hero Defender. If there's not a link up here already created for you called Secure Server, then you can navigate to https://localhost:7071. That's the port for the secure server. By default, the login is admin, and you can change that login once you're inside. Once you're in your local secure server, here's where you'll be sure to set up your server settings. Make sure that your backup location is going to a place that you want to use on your Defender, what the backup space allocated is, the CPU utilization settings. These are all by default is high. Replication status is disabled, bandwidth throttling is disabled, and allow clients to reset their web access password. No, since we're here locally. If you want to edit these, you can edit them here, edit them all in one pane. Up at the top, over in Reports, you can go to Server Dashboard. Server Dashboard gives you a view of the last backups that completed, any activity that may be going on right now, the current space being used, how much space is configured, and the MCALs. Just so we're all clear very quickly, this MCAL section you will not have to worry about. This will be automated through our system. So we'll take care of the MCALs for you. But you can see here a list of the recent backups, things that have completed and or incompleted and successful. Also in reports, you can get client backup status reports, information reports, lots of reports in here that you can access right here inside this interface. Again, you won't have to worry about the updates down here at the bottom. Alarms and events, you can set up alarms or events so that you're notified. In the settings section, there are a lot of settings here, but most of these you will not have to manage. The server settings is where we were when we were setting up the drive space and the amount of space, things like that. Add, delete, appear, you will not have to manage this piece. Disk space and client management is a nice interface for you where you can see the actual amount of space that you've given each one of your clients. And I say client as in the client devices that are backing up locally onto this local backup server. Here's where if you needed to give someone more space, you wanted to allocate more space to them, you could go to that far right under Actions, under Edit. Space allocation is automatic, hence edit is not allowed here. If I had set this to a specified amount, then I would have been able to edit the amount of space given to this particular device very easily. But I have set these up so that they are automatically allocated. In settings is user management. This is where you could come in to create your own account. The admin account is here. There's a secure cloud account here as well for support. You could now create a new user and be JUser and select your own password and create this user. This user, JUser, is in now as an admin with full access. Other things in this interface, you do not have to worry about the SQL settings, the map drive settings. You could change your time zone settings if you needed to. Retention schedule configuration. This allows you to give a global setup of how often it cleans up the retention schedules. So depending on how often you set for retention when you set up a backup job, this will set up the back end, the secure server, so that it will do a cleanup. By default, it's cleanup immediately after completion of each backup schedule. That is the best practice, so just leave that as said. Third-party apps configuration, you don't have to worry about at this time. Email settings, you'll want to create your email settings so that you're notified about certain events that are happening in this environment. So you can set those up here with your own outgoing SMTP server, send mail ID, and save those. Under server management, you don't have to manage anything under server management here. This is all taken care of by default by us. So these are all to be left alone, actually. Under server admin, list of customers. This is where basically your customers here on site that are backing up to the secure server. This is the secure server. This is the default customer. And just like in the secure cloud, you have clients. And these would be all the clients backing up to this default customer here, which is this Hero Defender. These would be the different clients that are backing up there. When I click on default customer, I can then see the different client devices that are being backed up. One reminder is that this system by default sets up trials, so you have to move those accounts over to paid, which would be here, and continue those. This is part of your CALs that we collect from you for your monthly payments on using the system. Now under server admin, those trial clients are set up by default, as I said. You can make those changes here and determine what that length would be, how many days. The space allocation, this is where I have it automatically allocated. Automatically delete trial clients at the end of a trial period. I don't believe you're going to be doing any trials on the LAN, so you're probably good to go. You don't need to worry about client migration or seed backup migration at this time, not in this interface. There is a seed backup migration for your clients, but that is a separate video, and that's for going to the secure cloud. And those are the features in the secure backup server on your local Hero Defender. Please move to step 6.